Everyone loves him. His friends think he's wonderful, his colleagues adore him, your family asks why you're not more grateful. And when you try to describe what happens behind closed doors, nobody believes you. This video is about why, what the public mask is protecting, what it costs you, and how to stop needing them to believe you. The public version of a narcissist is not fake. Let me say that again because it matters. The warmth they show the world is real. It is a version of who they are, the version that appears when there is no emotional investment, no power dynamic, no vulnerability to exploit. With you, there is emotional investment, history, vulnerability, and dependence. That is a completely different relationship and a completely different version of him. The public mask exists because it serves two functions. Function 1, it recruits allies, people who will defend you when you eventually speak. Function 2, it gives him plausible deniability. When you say what happens at home, the contrast with who everyone else sees makes your account seem impossible. Reason 1, they have only seen the version designed for them. The public version, the warmth, the humor, the generosity, is who he is with people he doesn't need to control. With you, there is emotional investment, history, vulnerability, and dependence. That is a completely different relationship and a completely different version of him. They are not wrong about their version, and you are not wrong about yours. Both exist. Only one has been used to harm you. Reason 2, you sound like the unreasonable one. When you describe what happens at home, the coldness, the contempt, the subtle cruelties, without context, without the daily accumulation, it can sound disproportionate. Because the abuse in these relationships is often not dramatic. It is the texture of daily life, the glance, the tone, the withdrawal, the comment disguised as a joke. Without having lived it, without the context of 1,000 small moments, it doesn't translate. And the gap between what you're describing and who they think they know makes your account seem unlikely. Reason 3, he got there first. In many cases, before you've said a word, he has already laid the groundwork. She's been struggling lately. I'm worried about her mental health. She has a habit of misremembering things. By the time you speak, you are already explaining yourself, already defending against a version of you that was constructed before you arrived. This is not an accident. This is image management. He didn't just build his own credibility, he spent it on dismantling yours. Reason 4, people protect what they don't want to lose. The people in his life have a relationship with him too, a version they enjoy. If they believed you, they would have to grieve that version. Their disbelief is not entirely about you. It is about what believing you would cost them. They are not choosing him over you. They are choosing their own comfort over an uncomfortable truth. That distinction matters. Effect 1, you begin to doubt your own account. When everyone around you sees someone wonderful and you are describing something different, the discrepancy can begin to feel like evidence against you. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I am too sensitive. Maybe what I'm experiencing is as small as they all seem to think it is. This is the most effective consequence of the public mask. It turns their disbelief into your self-doubt. Effect 2, you stop telling people. Not because the things stopped happening, because the cost of not being believed is higher than the relief of trying. You learn to carry it alone, to perform normalcy in public, to say fine when someone asks how things are. And the isolation that was already present in the relationship deepens, because now it extends into every relationship outside of it. Effect 3, his public image becomes another form of control. You become afraid to speak, not just because of what he might do, but because of what no one will believe. The mask is not just for other people. It functions as a cage. The better his public image, the more isolated your reality becomes. The hardest thing I want to say in this video is this: you may never get them to believe you, and waiting for that validation is keeping you trapped. Their belief is not the evidence that what happened to you was real. Your experience is the evidence. Practice 1. Tell one person who has no stake in his image. Someone with no relationship to him. Someone who cannot dismiss what you say because they love him. A therapist, a friend from a different part of your life, a stranger in a support community who has no reason to protect his version. Being believed by one person who has nothing to lose by hearing you, can begin to loosen what years of disbelief installed. Practice 2. Stop performing the relationship in public. Every time you smile for his benefit in public, you reinforce the version of the relationship that makes you impossible to believe. Not because you're dishonest, because you've been trained to keep the peace, to protect the image, to perform a warmth you don't feel for an audience that is already on his side. You don't have to perform the pain either, but you can stop performing the happiness you don't feel. Practice 3. Build your own record. Write it down. Date it. Keep it. Not to show anyone, not to prove anything to people who have already decided, to know that you know. To create a record that exists outside his version of reality, outside their perception, outside the public mask. Written, dated, yours, the anchor that cannot be reframed. You are not imagining it because everyone else sees something different. They are seeing a different version. Both versions are real, and only one of them has been used to harm you. Their not believing you is painful. It is also not the final word on what your life was. You were there. You know what happened, and that knowledge, held carefully, written down, trusted, is enough. You don't need their permission to know what you lived. In the next and final video of the Real Story series, Am I the Problem? When you've been told so many times that you're the issue, how do you finally know the answer? Subscribe. I'll see you there.